haven of memories. Every touch, every moment is like a thorned rose.
Why isn't there a sugar-free?
Wake up! Wake up! Hey, wake up! The sun's frying your butt. Are you okay? Can you hear me? What are you talking about? Even though it's been a day, I'm so jealous that you got a good night's sleep. A natural beauty like me never has dark circles. The Stellaron was sealed while you were sleeping. The family's official statement was like, now all the major lineages, except for the Oak family, are dealing with the aftermath. The family has invited the crew. Everyone's waiting for you, so... After all... Why the sudden interest in that? Well, I would... And then... I dreamed about stuffing my face with delicious food and going on a shopping spree. Yeah, let's go!
How extravagant. Just like Epsilon. How was it? Did it live up to your dreamscape expectations?
You already asked that when we first got here.
Yeah, and you said no back then. But after all this madness, I'd say you've grown fond of it. Just a heads up, you're still on the Bloodhound family's wanted list, so... And this time, it's Firefly in the picture, not Sam.
Indeed. In Kafka's words, that's also a missing part of my life. Still, it'd be quite inconvenient if I can't move freely. Could you help me out, Silverwolf?
I knew you'd say that. Don't worry. I've hacked all the systems and left no... Don't do anything that may draw attention, and don't talk with guards. They might recognize you. Keep these 2 points in mind, and you can...
Thank you.
No problem, Miss Samuel. I love this fake name. Now that we're done here in Penacony, what will you do in your free time? I hear the Genius Society is here. How about we...
Well, you know my script isn't over yet.
I didn't bring you back to hear an answer like that.
Don't worry. The script says that I'll experience 3 deaths, but also receive an unforgettable reward on the planet of festivities. How will I know if I don't try? All possibilities exist until the outcome actually happens.
You may not realize it, but you have a bad habit. Whenever you seem to be asking a question, you've already... Anyway, Kafka asked me to pass on this message. If you see anything fabulous in Penacony, get one for me too. Just swipe my card, you know the pin. She didn't specify anything, but I guess she means a dress, coat, sunglasses, or something else. You know better about fashion than I do.
Sure, I'll keep an eye out. There's tons of options at OT Mall. Do you think she'll like trinkets, like hair accessories or brooches?
Those sound more like something for young girls. Oh, by the way, Blade didn't explicitly say it, but I think he was trying to say something like, temptation will show up again in Penacony.
Got it. He was just worried about me. I won't do anything crazy. I just want to wander around and see more of the world for myself. I want to buy some oatcake rolls. I've had a cake roll every day since I arrived in Penacony, from the first day to the last. But today, I'll buy 2 and give you 1. And if you don't like them, I'll enjoy double the pleasure. Or I can bring one to Kafka, as she never refuses. Or maybe I'll give it to Blade. He'll appreciate it. That's not written in the script, right? But as you see, I have added new footnotes to my destiny.
Welcome, Director Topaz. The family ambassadors are still inside making preparations, but the big
Huh. Quite a spectacle. I thought they would choose a more formal and low-key location for the
About this, Director. I've asked around. This conference between the IPC and the family, the atmosphere here...
If I'm right, this conference is... This influential figure either has their own ambitions and want...
Oh, your mind is always so sharp, Director Topaz. And when the...
Thank you for the reminder, but I'll just tell everyone on our team to stay focused on their task.
Oh, got it. I'll do it.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't call Miss Jade Big Boss in front of her, or there will be serious consequences.
Got it. Thank you for the reminder, Director.
Granted.
None of the important figures have arrived yet. Looks like the conference won't be starting for a while. Such a bustling place. I think I'll take a little walk around. Hard work pays off. Ooh, free stuff. Oh, are you hungry, Numby? Food in the dream. Numby! Cat! Ooh. Oops. Not to your life.
So many buttons. How many centuries would it take to press them all? Huh. Didn't expect those pooches to actually recycle them all.
Huh? What are these?
For your safety, please stay away from those objects.
For my safety?
Not exactly. Lately, there's been a prankster in the Sweet Dream who's been, according to those involved, he said something like, luckily no one believed him. Still, the blood.
What will happen if you...
Well, perhaps you don't know much about Penacony? Anyway, the family will deal with these things. Please, kindly keep your distance.
Greetings, madame. What can I do for you?
Hello. Could you tell me more about the Radiant...
I assume you are the ambassador of the IPC Strategic Investment Department. The Radiant Felspar is owned by Mr. Oti Alfalfa.
Oh, so it's owned by Old Oti himself.
Indeed. Mr. Alfalfa has impeccable taste. Please allow me to continue my introduction.
Reverberation? Such a formal way of putting it. I apologize.
Following the previous reverberation in the Sweet Dream, the Radiant, thankfully, the factors that disrupted the dreamscape have been resolved. So, Mr. Alfalfa suggested relocating the Charmony Festival to the...
Well, that would meet the family's needs and also create momentum for Mr. Alfalfa himself. Thank you for explaining matters to me. Goodbye. Hello? The Talent Motivation Department? Again? I'm working on a major project. I don't have time to squabble with you guys. The way I handled the Urillo case was approved by senior management, and all of the project logs and calls are complete. Can't you check on them yourselves? I just don't understand. What?
Sounds exhausting. Why not just hang up? In my opinion, you handled that project quite well. A little ball of ice in exchange for the Astral Express's good favor. That's not a bad deal for the department. It's been a while, little Yelena. I've been looking forward to working with you. Never imagined this day would come so soon. Is there trouble? You can tell me anything. Just like old times.
It's been a while, Madam Jade. I'm honored to have the...
You're still so formal, aren't you? Forget about the hierarchy and treat me as your equal.
I'm sorry, but
Well, now that we're both members of the 10 Stone Hearts, as sharp as you are, I'm sure you've figured out the true purpose of...
I believe Old Oti has taken it upon himself to test our limits.
That's true, and it works in our favor.
If we can reach some sort of agreement with Old Oti beforehand,
Exactly. And the hidden benefit is that as the head of the Alfalfa family, as long as the influence of harmony hasn't completely permeated their core. It's similar to the power struggles within the IPC. The supposed all-for-one philosophy shared by the 5 lineages.
after the downfall of the Yoke family,
Yes. That's exactly why we need to handle the conference following an agreed-upon strategy.
Absolutely. The 3 steps of negotiation.
Pretty clear. Although, you seem to have changed the order in the Yarilo case.
That was based on my personal experience.
I apologize for interrupting your conversation, but the family head is ready to meet the ambassadors from the Strategic Investment Department.
Time to get to work. Let's prepare ourselves and meet that esteemed supporting actor. Remember, our goal is to create an opportunity for the IPC to enter Penacony.
Welcome aboard my ship, the Please, have a seat. Let's...
Hard work pays off. Oh, free stuff.
No problem at all, Mr. Alfalfa.
After all, to many, you are
I expected no less from the 10 Stonehearts from the Strategic Investment Department. I always enjoy talking to smart people because...
The future of Penacony.
Precisely. Let's take that golden-haired guy who's not showing up, for example. He put in great effort and almost... Wasn't it eventually to create an opportunity for you IPC to regain...
The wisdom and experience you've accumulated over 10 Amber Eras are truly impressive. Let's assume your assumptions are correct, Mr. Alfalfa.
I appreciate your composure, Miss Jade. However, perhaps you don't know much about Penacony.
Please, go ahead.
Then I'll be straightforward. I requested this meeting before the official conference to dissuade the Strategic Investment Department from trying to lay a finger on Penacony. If you back off now, you can make a smooth exit and prevent the IPC from losing face during more important negotiations.
One of our P-45 executives was attacked and nearly killed in the dreamscape. The IPC can't simply ignore this incident. Moreover, despite your determined attitude, the issues plaguing Penacony are real.
You used the term real, Miss Topaz, but let's not forget that this is the realm of dreams. If you want to succeed here, you curious about how I plan to respond to the IPC? Well, I don't mind sharing. My actions will help Penacony take a significant step forward by self-listing.
Going public?
If I'm not mistaken, you want to bypass the IPC and...
Precisely. Instead of watching the IPC gnaw away at Penacony, I'd prefer to open the doors of the sweet dream to the entire universe. Starting today, anyone in the cosmos can become a shareholder of the Land of the Dreams. This is the path of harmony I'll choose. This reform should have been implemented earlier, but unfortunately, the Oak family were a bunch of blockheads blinded by order. Thanks to the little reverberation earlier, the biggest obstacle between me and my reforms has been eliminated. The Alfalfa family will publicize the financial results of Sweet Dream Paradise, so that the entire universe can see that despite the catastrophe,
Crisis and opportunity are two sides of the same coin. So, you've been waiting for the right moment and if Penacony should seize this opportunity to overcome adversity, even if the IPC tries to intervene,
Now I'm convinced that you've indeed familiarized yourself with my biography, Miss Jade. So, about your next move. Please, consider it carefully.
Indeed. We need some time to digest such a wealth of information. I suggest we conclude the first half of our conference, Mr. Alfalfa. Please allow Topaz and me to confer privately for a few moments, and to respond...
Of course. Take your time, dear ladies.
The Alfalfa family had a meeting with the IPC?
I got this information from a message sent by that IPC ambassador. It's not hard to imagine. Penacony today is pretty much like the frontier prison it once was. Instead of falling into a situation where they are plagued by both external and internal threats,
Well, no wonder they sought the mediation from the Astral Express.
I don't think the followers of the Harmony are completely innocent victims in all of this. For reasons, if either the family or IPC were to assume full control of Penacony... There you are. Did you rest well?
I didn't disturb you since you were in a deep sleep.
Even long dreams eventually come to an end. After Enna's dream was shattered, the family branch from the Montour system soon arrived and swiftly took control of the situation.
The mastermind behind the plans was confirmed to be Gopher Wood, the previous Dream Master. But by the time we arrived, he was dead already. He'll face a trial. As for further details...
Ultimately, the public perceived the incident as an attack by evil forces targeting the Charmony Festival. They believe the family failed to safeguard the Sweet Dream, while quite different from the truth.
After all, you don't know who's awake and who's pretending to be asleep. Well, they'll open their eyes in the face of danger. Once the danger subsides, they'll embrace the Sweet Dream again. Here's a toast, with 3 glasses of glory of the Trailblaze to all of you. What are you talking about? It's good to see you all again. Although we might be saying goodbye again after this reunion. When will the Astral Express leave Penacony?
We'll stay a bit longer, but not too long.
So, this is our final meeting then? If this is a farewell, then music? Atmosphere? Let's see. The mixed drink should be solemn, dignified, and unique. To the Nameless, resting in peace. And to Gallagher.
This trailblazing expedition has been thrilling and memorable. Well, it was somewhat surprising. In that dream, I returned to my homeworld and reunited with my long-lost friends. And for some reason, when I realized that her conclusion was not preserved in memories, I became aware of the bitter truth. One bird longs for the earth, and the other longs for the sky. However, facing punishment from the harmony is... The conclusion of a journey can often be sorrowful.
It's rare for all passengers to leave the Express together during a trailblazing expedition. In my dream, the Express stopped at many places, and perhaps this could be a deep-seated desire inside me. No related records exist in the databank. However, now that more powers in the universe are aware of this secret, like I said, we'll go and see.
Guess what? So I unwrapped it and found out it was a button with a message on the back. Of course not. By the time I turned around, the person had already vanished. I'm really worried about the future of Penacony.
Stream 4. Lean forward.
Ready to mix your drink? I'm not sure. We used to discuss everything here. I have a hunch. Before we start, would you like to talk to your friend? All right, I think I have an idea about what drink to make. Would you like it? Drowning Sweetness. One of the most challenging drinks to make. However, with the right ratios, not a bad choice. Let's... Words always fall short. Blend all your memories and emotions together and, well, it's done. Here's to the Nameless resting in peace. The spirit of freedom will spread far and wide among the stars. We're not accepted by the outside world, so even one day, our souls will return to the same place. Cheers. Oh, are you leaving? Well, then take... I've mixed more of this last special drink for you.
Thank you. I'm sure it'll leave a lasting impression.
If you happen to run into Gallagher, make sure he has a sip too. All right, enough with the heavy stuff. Whether it's the Astral Express or Penacony, and embark towards our tomorrows.
Old Oti is a tricky opponent.
Indeed. He's definitely bold. Still, the outcome is uncertain.
Ah, they agreed. But it'll take some time before they arrive.
Just as it should be.
Looks like we'll be skipping the exchanging apples step this time around.
Now that we're dealing with a greedy merchant, a simple apple wouldn't make a difference. Now I'm a bit curious, Topaz.
Yes. Despite its recent calamity,
Well, that's obvious. But what I truly wanted to know is... this project is obviously too bland for your taste, isn't it?
That's true. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Aventurine.
But despite that, you trust him.
Are you not in the same boat, Miss Jade? Without us playing along. That's why I'm willing to stake my topaz stone to cover for you.
Once that kid sets his mind to something, nothing can stop him. Not even...
Looks like, we've strayed off topic, Miss...
No need. I'll go it alone. Meanwhile, you can go greet our honored guest and wait for my message.
Okay.
Is that Robin? Huh. She's also here on the Radiant Feldspar. Ta! Ta! There's a good child. Do as you're told. Greetings, Miss Robin. I didn't expect to meet you here.
Miss Jade? Greetings. The opening ceremony for the Charmony Festival has been moved. How about you? Have you spoken?
I'm actually on my way to meet him right now.
Unfortunately, I've never met him. I've only heard a few comments from...
Where do you think the future of the planet of festivities is headed?
I believe the sweet dream will see its rebirth. The Harmony needs a new direction. There are no permanent allies or everlasting enemies.
Naturally. I'm looking forward to your performance. See you at the festival.
See you later, Miss Jade.
Thank you for your patience, Mr. Alfalfa.
Figured out.
Topaz says something else to take care of.
Is it just me, miss? Your tone sounds very different now.
I need to set a good example for my junior. Now we can speak frankly and openly. Do you believe what I said, Oti? You're not the only merchant who...
Interesting. Good. It's good to be straightforward.
Unfortunately, I'd like to speak the harsh truth before laying out my plan. Second, you can't stop the IPC from entering Penacony. Now, I'm repeating your words exactly. If you don't want to be a laughingstock and have everyone gunning for you at the official conference...
You surely have a way with words. Now...
Mr. Alfalfa, let's not forget that the IPC controls the biggest interstellar publicity platform. The moment news spreads about Penacony going public, the family's protection for Penacony has expired. Any mishaps in the dreamscape could result in permanent brain death. Care to guess how many ways we have to turn Alfalfa credits into worthless junk within a measly 24 system hours?
You really think you can pull that off?
Even from Pier Point, as distant as it may be, I'm more than capable of keeping you on a tight leash. However, if you agree to give up that half-baked plan to go public, the IPC will assure you that we'll never jeopardize the interests of the family heads under your leadership. After all, we also need allies here in Asdana.
30% equity, you say?
That's the brilliant part of it all. The answer is simple. No one. There are no guarantees. It all hinges on self-awareness and mutual respect. You're a smart merchant, Old Oti. It benefits us if we both take a step back. And if that's not enough for you, I understand your concern. And I have a solution for that, too.
Fine. Now I see your sincerity. However, as their chosen one...
Go ahead. I'm listening.
When I was a child, I heard the adults recite the tale. The Order and the Preservation used to be close in ancient times. So, why does the IPC...
The answer is simpler than you think. It's all about credits. With each new world integrated into the credit system, the IPC adds another building block to its cause. By then, all planetary developments will be recorded in accounts with well-defined values and the ability for exchange and circulation.
Ah, and then the IPC will be...
Our intention is to establish enduring preservation. This universe doesn't need two types of order.
Well said. All right. Tell me your solution. Let's see if we're thinking the same thing.
Then let's continue our conversation. Please, Topaz, invite Sweet Dew to join us at the table. Thank you for your presence, Miss Himeko. Please allow me to introduce her to you, Mr. Alfalfa. This is...
I've heard so much about you, Mr. Alfalfa. It's an honor to meet you as representative of the Astral Express.
This stunning lady is the navigator of the Astral Express?
I believe everyone here is familiar with the general contents of the proposal. Then, the IPC will transfer 5% of that stake to the Astral Express and recommend...
While this decision isn't finalized yet, while the Nameless didn't embark on their journeys for fame or fortune, if this is the wish of both the family and the IPC, I will represent the Astral Express, and the entire crew has agreed to assist in the reconstruction of Penacony. Of course, all cooperation is based on one premise. The path of harmony in Penacony must not be distorted again, and such...
Old Oti is in agreement.
They will soon realize the situation. When Old Oti answered the last question...
When should we schedule the formal negotiations?
It's all up to you. I'll step back and let you handle the negotiations and takeover.
But Miss Jade...
Aventurine initiated this case, and you were his project partner. If that kid hadn't overplayed his hand, I came here today to help you sort out the toughest issue. I trust you'll be able to wrap things up quite nicely, little Yelena.
Of course. There won't be any problems. And please, give Diamond my assurance.
Don't worry. Diamond has always trusted us. I'll put in a good word for you, and you'll have your P-45 position back in no time. Radiant Feldspar. What a fantastic ship. Now that my business is done.
You want to open a Bonajade exchange branch on this ship too?
Opportunities like this don't come around often. Well, I'll take my leave. A pawn shop can't run without a boss. See you around, Topaz.
have one more question for you, Miss Jade.
Go ahead.
That dose of bitter poison. I'm curious as to how you...
I didn't find the information. It came to me. In return, I've agreed to help her with something. But that's for later. We can deal with it after we leave Penacony. You see, that's what investment is all about. The seeds of opportunity are already sown. Like right now, for example.
Sneaking in was way easier than I thought. The family's security is as lax as ever. So, this is the Radiant Feldspar, a pawn shop that grants wishes. Is there really a place like that on the ship? I'll find out for myself if the rumors are true or not. Is that her? Huh. Vanished in the blink of an eye. So the Astral Express is here too.
Charmony Festivals postponed.
By the way, there's one more thing. Mr. Alfalfa and I discussed it. I'll present a gift to the Astral Express on behalf of the family, as a token of gratitude for them. Please help me with the necessary arrangements.
Right away, Miss Robin.
Can I ask you something?
Oh, greetings, miss.
Do you know how to get to the pawn shop?
Pawn shop? Ah, you must be talking about Lady Bonajade's place, right? I've marked the pawn shop's location on your device.
Lady Bonajade. I think I've heard that name somewhere before. Was it from Silverwolf? Come to think of it, she disappeared after mentioning that.
If I win, your chest is mine.
Who said I was betting with you?
I did.
They are still a ball of fire as ever. Sorry, but I've got to find Lady Bonajade first.
I want to play some more!
No, it's not the best time to do that. Sorry, but I've... No, it's not... Sorry.
Watch yourselves in front of the IPC.
Welcome to Bonajade Exchange. Radiant Feldspar Brent. How should I address you, dear lady?
Just call me Samuel.
Samuel. Nice name.
I want to keep on living. And for that, I'm willing to give up everything I have.
Everything you have?
That's right. Everything.
Miss Samuel, I think you'd best turn around. It seems you're not quite familiar with the term pawn.
What do you mean?
I mean it literally. I sense your burning desire to live, but...
Okay. A pawn shop that grants wishes. I see. It's just a marketing gimmick.
Well, that's quite a harsh accusation. I understand you may not fully comprehend what I mean. Go and talk to these people. They're all customers of my pawn shop. Once you've done that, come back to me. I'll help you understand the true meaning of pawn.
That Lady Bonajade feels more like a money lender rather than the owner of a pawn shop. Well, I've got nothing better.
Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don Hung and Void Ranger Jive.
Don't change the words.
No, it's not the best time to do that. Sorry. I'll catch up.
Got it. You stupid little girl.
Enough talk. This will be our final game. I'm betting.
Oh, a big talker, huh?
I won?
This can't be.
It's true. Lady Bonajade has truly blessed me. Finally, my...
Prepared a gift for you, Dorothy.
Whoa! What a beautiful necklace. How did you know I love jewelry made of cymophane?
So... Will you go out with me?
I will. Really? I never said yes before because I thought you had no idea what I liked. Wonderful. So, shall we go, Dorothy? Yeah, let's go.
Hey, did you see that? The gray-haired one outside.
Don't look around, just seriously, they look like a total lunatic.
Is that her?
Chirp, origami bird. Hey, little birdie.
Come down already.
No, it's not the best time to do that. Sorry.
Yeah, you heard right. He's been hiding at the moment of soul in Penacony, using a fake identity. I've made a deal with the family. We'll leave the extradition-related paperwork to you. How'd I find him? Well, let's just say I had some help for 22 years. Yeah. I'm gonna hang up for now, partner. I need to...
All of their wishes actually did come true. But I just don't understand. How did she do it? And what does pawn really mean? I should go back and ask.
Watch yourselves.
So you're back, Miss Samuel.
Yeah. I found those people. But I'm not sure what you want me to see.
Not so fast. This step was just to show you that the Bonajade exchange is genuine. Dell was from a wealthy family. He was head over heels for Dorothy, and wanted to. It was a piece of cake for me, thanks to my IPC connections. However, Dell will soon find himself evicted from the dreamscape because he can't afford his room. Let's just hope that necklace will keep their relationship from crumbling. Then there's Stacy, a lady with a gambling addiction. She wanted some serious luck, but from the moment she stepped out of the Bonajade exchange, every casino in the cosmos would remember her name. But she will accrue a vast wealth due to her good luck, but she'll never be able to use it for the people who truly matter to her. As for Detective Walker, he spent 2 decades chasing down a wanted criminal for some heinous crime. He offered his own memory system as collateral. In due time, his memories as a detective will be erased. Interesting, don't you think? I fulfill people's desires and grant them favors. When people see others' desires get fulfilled, they develop their own desires. It seems like an endless cycle, and patience happens to be one of my greatest strengths. So, AR 26710, a remnant of Glamoth's Iron Cavalry.
I'm not surprised.
You are much calmer than I expected. Entropy loss syndrome. Truly an unjust misfortune, isn't it? The higher-ups in Glamoth implemented such a failsafe within the genes of their warriors, just to make sure the Republic's most powerful weapons wouldn't fall into the wrong hands. As for the price, those Iron Cavalries weren't exactly seen as regular, independent humans. However, you are different. You're now a Stellaron hunter, a living being named Firefly. Naturally, you want to continue your existence. But with the firmament front gone...
Are you suggesting that the IPC has a remedy?
Well, there might be a silver lining.
I see. It's no wonder you said I can't provide anything of equal value. Because nothing I own holds any meaning. So, you're going to ask me to personally restrain my partners to ensure my own survival?
Unfortunately, that's not quite the case. Partners. A nice way to put it. Now I'm even more curious about the Stellaron Hunters. Each of you has your own identity and a special bond with each other. It's strong and intimate, just as the 10 Stonehearts follow Diamond. You follow your own leader. I wonder what they are like, and if all Stellar traveling on the path of finality, but struggling against your destiny, attempting to move in the opposite direction. I really hope that one day, all of you will come and visit my pawn shop.
Can I see this as an invitation? From Diamond to the Stellaron Hunters will
Consider it more of a personal offer from myself. It doesn't represent the IPC or the Strategic Investment Department.
The Stellaron Hunters have interacted with the IPC, but not the 10 Stonehearts. Our paths have never crossed. You know who I am. And you must know that my partner is keeping an eye on this room. If she wanted to, she could let the entirety of Pierpoint know about it within a few mere seconds. What drives you to take such a risk? And extend this invitation on behalf of Diamond?
Simply put, you and I are the same. However, unlike you Stellaron Hunters or the Astral Express, we band together merely to obtain what we want. Each of us has our own past and destined ends, and on this journey, we have been invited by Diamond. This journey could be either brief or long, so Diamond made us a promise. To divide the power of the Emanator of Preservation into mortal flesh is fragile, yet my heart is unyielding like the monolith. For without so, you understand? And whatever we gain from it will fortify the Stonehearts in return, allowing us to achieve the great cause of the preservation when the war...
I understand.
Take your time, child. You don't need to give me an immediate answer. Like I said, patience is one of my greatest strengths.
If fate turns that page, our paths will cross again. It's a shame, though, that this pawn shop can't give me what I desire. My last attempt in Penacony.
Lady Bonajade? I've come to deliver the collaterals promised.
Turns out, the meeting to decide the future of Penacony went much smoother than expected. The Charmony Festivals opening ceremony is starting soon. This airship has quite a few treasures. A bountiful harvest.
Remember, I can take you out with just one shot whenever I choose.
Oh, that'd be my honor.
You better.
Ah, look who's here. The great hero of the Astral Express.
Oh, you're here too. Look. This fella is also tracking down that son of a gun. Let's set aside those under-the-table dealings for now, partner.
Oh, I agree. Now let's congratulate Miss Trailblazer. I hear... Well, my job was just to give the IPC an opening. While you were at Dreamflux Reef, we were actually close by. But that emanator didn't pull any punches. My body couldn't hold out too long.
Thank you. And I also hope you enjoy yourself.
I'll pass. But I do hope you guys have fun.
Ah, yes. I remember you. Your performance at Herta's space station was... adequate, I suppose. No wonder that gambler likes you so much. The Intelligentsia Guild assigned me to be an invigilator for the IPC's ambassadors. Very well. The Charmony Festival is about to commence soon. Take advantage of this unique opportunity. A blend of work and play is essential for superior knowledge absorption. The executives of the IPC and the Guild say that we are strategic partners. Yet, from this perspective, Aventurine isn't what you'd call an ideal student. Yet, he's also... saying such a thing merely indicates that you have not truly grasped the essence of learning. The principle of balancing work and relaxation is scientifically grounded, with the relevant proof process detailed on page 21 of the 31,467th issue of the academic journal Star Caesar. Then you'll excuse me.
Stream forth the gleam of old blades.
Well, if it isn't my old friend. So direct. Aren't you? Thinking about it though, the lives of the Nameless are so excessively exciting. If one day you're tired and looking for a change in work environment, oh, look how bustling this ship is. Transform? What are you saying? Oh, I understand now. You're referring to Aventurine's cornerstone, right? Guess there's no harm telling you. The abilities of the 10 stone hearts as cornerstones are... now that I think about it, it was good that Branya got there when she did in Bellabog. If she came any later, it probably...
Hey there, lively lady. What should I call you? Not a bad name. So, Miss Sunday. Oh, this is your wish. Sounds simple enough. Very pragmatic. I wouldn't be to fulfill this wish. The thing I need is simple. Well, it's a two-legged animal with black fur, a round head, and bring its tail to me as collateral, and your dreams will come true. May fate bring us together again, Miss Trailblazer.
The festival hasn't started. Let's take a quick break.
Hi, we meet again.
Who's that?
It's really you! I knew I didn't get the wrong person. It was you. I saw you opening treasure chests, hitting balloons, and playing dreamy slots. There's still some time before the Charmony Festival starts. Do you want to chat? Two murder cases, a showdown with the IPC's ambassadors, the legacy of the Nameless, and a remnant of the Order who wishes to replace an Eon-created paradise with a dream. It's a good thing that you guys managed to overcome all those difficult problems. There will always be somewhere. Before joining the Stellaron Hunters, Elio told me that this journey will tell me how to live on. So, I'll pay extra attention to any leads that will let me live on. Yes, initially I thought the answer might lie with the riddle of the Watchmaker. Do you know Miss Jade from the IPC's Strategic Investment Department? She told me her price. I know. But what she wanted wasn't my answer either. Of course, I want to live on. But, speaking of which, actually, I feel that I still owe you a formal apology for even the smallest of lies can turn into a betrayal as sharp as a blade. It was an emergency, so I never had the chance to formally apologize to you. To me, hiding is much easier than being honest.
It's that girl! Get moving! Arrest that criminal before the Charmony Festival's opening ceremony starts!
I can't believe they've chased me this far. Looks like we have to say our goodbyes. Don't worry about me, just the script hasn't reached its end yet. We will meet again.
I hope she's okay. But if it's only those two hounds again, I'll send a message later to check in on her. Let's take a seat here. Everything is settled. Forget it. I've done enough. Looks like I don't have to worry about her.
It's Miss Robin! Hey, Miss Robin! Hey, over here, Miss Robin! Miss Robin! Miss Robin!
Miss Robin!
Glory to the family! Miss Robin! Glory to the family! Glory to the family! I'm your biggest...
Distinguished guests, fellow family members, lady, it's a pleasure to join you all in celebrating the grandest ceremony of the Amber Era, the Charmony Festival. Firstly, on behalf of myself, I'd like to... As you all may have noticed, this year's Charmony Festival is far from regular. Thanks to the efforts of everyone, not only that, the customary opening ceremony held at the Penacony Grand Theater, we invite you to express your warmest applause and deepest appreciation for Oti Alfalfa, head of... What makes this festival so uniquely significant? Thanks to the hard work of Penacony's internal and external factions, we've finally gotten the dreamscape back on track, just in time for the Charmony Festival. And finally, the last reason. Does everyone remember the Watchmaker? In truth, the father of Penacony, Mikhail Char Legwork. In the most bewildering times of the planet of festivities, it was he who descended from the sky with his companions, who taught us through trailblazing where freedom lies. It can be said that Penacony's splendid success today
is deeply rooted in the trailblazing ethos the Watchmaker planted within us. Only by honoring this trailblazing spirit can we fulfill our mission and spread harmony.
Aw, that's so nice of her. She's talking about us. Oh, come on. It doesn't matter if she's talking about the old...
And now, the sweet dream is back on track. All thanks to the Trailblaze, of course. If it weren't for everyone on the Astral Express, thus, with unanimous consent from the 5 major lineages, Penacony's family, on behalf of all family members throughout the cosmos.
Oh, I wonder if it's gonna be a big one.
We will transfer ownership of the Radiant Feldspar to the Astral Express. A meager appreciation that we hope you will accept with grace. Let us gift our applause and cheers to these brave and dauntless Nameless.
Nameless! Nameless! Nameless!
And now, I propose a toast to harmony, to the Trailblaze, to the future of Penacony and the universe. Cheers! Cheers!
To make a decision like that. This little bird is no less capable than her brother.
All's well that ends well. Right. But have you forgotten someone, my gray-haired friend? I put a bomb on this ship. You have 10 minutes to find it. Better hurry.
When did this get shoved into my hands? There's still so many bombs. Now's not the time for plot twists. I can't handle this alone. Time to create a group. All set. Let's start following the plan.
yourself into a pickle. I'm more... Fine. Right. I need your help, miss. You've had quite a few run-ins with Domi. The first case is the Soul Glad factory arson case. The second case is the blue... Those are all the details. The way I see it, I trust in your deduction. Bing, bing! Correct answer! You're seeing as you've put in so much effort, I'll throw you a bone. The bomb's not here.
At least I made some progress.
You finally arrived, oh great gray-haired little one. You don't like it? Fine. Satisfied? If not, you'll just have to make do. Alright, now that you've found me, it's my turn to 5, 4, 1! Did I miss a number? Oh, so I'm not even a real bomb! Was it surprising? Shocking? Or... Actually, there are 998 more dolls that as for that imaginary neutron bomb you want. actor. You can call me the director doll. If you didn't know, I'm the one who directed the entire farce in Penacony. Well, actually, due to the current plot requirements, you're only allowed to say one line. It's all my fault for being duped by the masked fools. The screenplay was written by someone named Miss Sparkle. She said she graduated from Sparkle University's film. Who knew that there was no such thing as the film directing and screenwriting program? Since you're done asking questions and I'm done answering, according to the script, I must reveal to you the fact that there's no bomb here at all, thus causing you to want to kick yourself for spending this whole time listening to me prattling on. But don't fret, I've also prepared a gift for you. A dream bubble.
Not much time left.
Minutes, 46 seconds. 28 minutes, 45 seconds.
You're here! Don't come close! This bomb is very dangerous. Since you're here, I'll just keep it short. Just over half an hour ago, I received...
7 minutes, 52 seconds.
The Sweet Dream has lost the protection of the Order. If it were to blow up here, the consequences would be unfathomable. Apart from its creator, I fear... Actually, there might be another way. Do you still remember? The script said that I will experience death 3 times in the Land of Dreams. I think this moment heralds the 3rd time. You may already know that I have no way of evoking dreams. I employ a Stellaron Hunter's special method in order to enter dreams instead. As long as I can bear the pain of the Memoria pressure, I'll be able to dive into the primal memory zone beyond the dream. I will take this bomb into the depths of the dreamscape, as deep as possible, where there are no living souls around. Don't worry. I believe that this Firefly armor will be enough to take me to where I need to go before the countdown ends. And maybe even make it back safely. At present, this is our best and most logical course of action. After all, a long story deserves a happy ending. I have some words to share with you, though they were spoken to me by Miss Archeron. She said that at the moment, there are so many things that seem impossible. But are they really never going to happen? Maybe it's just that the moment to disprove these impossibilities hasn't arrived yet. Whether it be a literal ending, suffering akin to death, or a harrowing deathscape. Before the appointed destination arrives, they are all the same. Yet I can still make myriad choices. I also firmly believe that when that moment arrives for us to make a choice, the answer to our end will already be within our hearts. It is not destiny that shapes us, but we who shape destiny. The Astral Express and the Stellaron Hunters are like light and shadow. We walk on different paths, intertwined, moving forward and growing together. Maybe the end is predestined, but it is not today.
Since things are going too well, let's speed up the countdown.
Human life is short, just like fireflies to a flame. So if you have an answer in your heart, always remember, don't leave with any regrets. We have this right, don't we?
Since you care so much about other people's safety, why don't you go take a closer look?
You see, everything is possible in this land of dreams. We each came here with our own goals and realized them in unimaginable ways. Regardless if the result was a sweet illusion or a bitter reality. It was an answer we longed for, day and night. So, why do people choose to slumber? I think it's as you said. Because in the end, we will wake up from our dreams.
When I arrived, I happened to see a child holding it. He said the flowers were prepared by Aunt Jessie. Mikhail would place 2 bunches of flowers here year after year. And after he left, it became 3. Your wishes will always be remembered by someone. Now, Penacony, as you hoped, has welcomed the dawn after a long, dark night. The path forward may not be a bed of roses, but at least people are prepared to step forth towards freedom. Tiernan, you can go home now. While the Nameless are also preparing for the next stop of their voyage.
But before leaving, we still have one last thing to do.
A fitting end to the tale of the departed. One could not ask for a better farewell. Go on. They're all here. A fitting end to the tale of the departed.
Honestly, when I heard the conductor's request, the Nameless, those who trailblaze, doing good deeds but never seeking recognition. But it seems, in the land of the dreams, anything is indeed possible.
History may not remember the names of the dead, the first glimmer of light in the prolonged night off, but because of this, people will remember. Brooklyn Tiernan, Rosalina Jane Estella, we raise a toast to you, Trailblazers of the Silver Rail. A toast to history that no longer remains silent. The passionate and courageous pursuit, and a voyage that traverses the stars.
That statue. It wasn't here last time.
Looks like this is the last riddle that Mr. Gallagher left for us. In the end, we still failed to figure out his true identity.
What should I say? I mean, this guy is definitely a history fictionologist, all right. Either way, he's an enigmatic character for sure. At least our journey together in Penacony was real enough. And his loyalty and love for this land must have been real too, right? Gallagher, we raise a toast to you, the slumbering hound. To the festival's invitation, to all lies and the singular truth. If we ever meet again, please don't talk in riddles.
Is the Astral Express ready to depart Penacony?
Apologies, Mr. Mika, that we are only now bidding you farewell.
Oh, that's all right. You've all done so much for the Watchmaker. And
what will the people of Dreamflux Reef do now?
Many will continue to live here. Those accustomed to being awake will mostly have a hard time getting used to a life of darkness with their eyes closed. Penacony's nights are long. We're still managing without it, aren't we?
Mika and residents of Dreamflux Reef, we raise a toast to you. To your tenacity throughout time, to each sorrowful night, and to the dawn that is finally upon us.
In the end, we still came full circle. This trailblazing expedition started from the moment you and a bellboy ran into each other. After going on a journey of many twists and turns, they still ended up where they started. Just like a clock's hands that turn round and round, the start and end of each day will always land on 12 o'clock. There shouldn't be much left to say. This entire adventure started because of you, and then a new page will be turned. Mikhail Char Legwork, we raise a toast to you, Watchmaker of the Land of the Dreams, Nameless of the Astral Express, to Penacony's past, present, future, and the child's unwavering dream unto death.
With that, our duty as Nameless should be complete, right?
The Trailblaze can illuminate the way, but ultimately, the future of a world belongs to those who live in it.
I still feel that Mr. Mikhail must have really wanted to witness this day himself.
What's on your mind, March?
Just a strange feeling. I had it a few stops ago, but it's super strong this time.
Why not talk about it? Maybe everyone's thinking the same thing.
I can't help but think that whether it's Mr. Mikhail, Mr. Tiernan, or Madame Rosalina, they were also young once, stumbling and bumbling around just like us, getting into scraps and mischief, that sort of stuff. But those things are all in in the past. Yeah, maybe that's the precise thing I can't let go of. It'll be easier to understand if I use an analogy. Like when you're reading a book. If one of its characters keeps running into obstacles and experiences an ending full of regrets. To me, it's because we've seen every nook and cranny of their lives. So, even if there are parts of it that aren't really realistic nor logical, but what if they and we, when Mr. McHale sat in this chair, waiting for the Astral Express to arrive every day, what was he thinking? And if, at the end of his life, he could still... Then, what is this regret we feel in our hearts right now?
I think each and every one of us is searching for the answer to this very question. The universe is vast, and our lives are but specks. The Trailblaze never ends, but against the backdrop of the cosmos. But it is in this minuscule distance that paths cross, and countless worlds connect. The universe may not remember every person who leaves a tie along this. As long as we remember, their stories will never end. And what Mr. McHale has left for us is his answer to this very question. It may not be perfect, but it left a smile on this storied, jaded old Nameless's face at the end, and its meaning will be interpreted by those who come after us.
It's not the answer that's important.
This is what trailblazing is.
Sure. I'm really sorry for bringing down the vibe.
It's never a bad thing to reflect.
But before that, we still have a long way ahead of us together.
So the most important thing right now is to tell the conductor what we saw in Penacony. Then prepare ourselves for our next trailblazing destination.
I should get back to the Express. Or maybe I could say my final goodbye to Archeron.
Do you still remember when we first arrived in Penacony? The ocean of stars is vast, but the trailblazing expedition ahead is always full of unknowns. And my blade... Come to think of it, Simply put, I'm a self-annihilator who was cursed by the Nihility. In order to fight against the cruel end of self-destruction. In there lurks a secret called Device 9. In that case, I must apologize for my rudeness. Because of the Self-Annihilator's curse, my memories are stripped away. That's right. What matters more is not who I am, but what we have done together. We both still have our own paths to walk. So let's forge ahead. Hopefully, if we meet again.
Wow. Your method of consolation is truly unsophisticated.
Still better than just standing there like a scarecrow. How could you say that? Don't be so mean. We told Pom Pom all about our adventure. then they suddenly started crying. The conductor never cries. Pop is just angry. Yeah, angry. No matter where the express stops, you lot always manage to cause chaos. My well-thought-out timetable completely ignored. That's right. Pop is just angry.
It's okay. Oh, Pom-Pom, just let it all out. Everyone, could you all take a break in the next car? Don't worry. I'll stay here with Pom-Pom.
But...
Let's go, March.
I never expected Pom-Pom would be...
Those three Nameless must have meant a lot to Pom-Pom.
No one knows exactly when Pom-Pom boarded the Express, but the fact that they're crying so hard is probably a good sign. Leave it to Himiko. When it comes to comforting, there's no one better on the Express. Well, they were a little emotional at the time, but since you joined us, the Express has stayed longer than anticipated at every stop along the way.
I see. No wonder I can regularly hear Pom-Pom pacing anxiously up and down the corridor.
Turns out Pom-Pom's been silently putting in a lot of work for us.
Different from typical vehicles, the Astral Express converts every Trailblaze into the energy it needs to run. Ideally, as long as trailblazing expeditions continue without interruption, but because of our previous encounters, fuel is being used up much faster than expected.
Only 2 more? Isn't that super risky? How about we shove you back in the space station's computer then?
Which also means that we must prudently consider our next destination.
Yes, I've already checked the astral charts. The 2 nearest worlds to us are the oceanic planet of Lushaka and the agate world, Melostanen. As for which one we're headed to...
Or perhaps you might consider a suggestion. Everyone, we meet again.
It's you! Why were you just in my room?
It's a very cute room, Miss March. Just like you.
Memo Keeper, let's put aside how you managed to sneak past everyone and board the Express for now.
I accidentally overheard how the Express obtains fuel. I just wanted to chat with everyone to see if we could work together, but...
Please speak candidly. Depending on what you say.
The Permanence's descendant. What a charming little dragon. But I digress. If the Astral Express is in urgent need of a special trailblazing expedition to reach, have you all considered this? Perhaps your destination could be a world that even the renowned Akivili never reached. Should you be able to lay down a new stretch of silver rail, the Express may never have to worry about energy ever again.
Trailblazing to a world that even Akivili has never been to?
Continue, Memo Keeper. This destination of which you speak, what...
A world that many across the universe don't even know exists. A world hidden away from outside observation. Its presence only revealed by the light from the mirror of the Garden of Recollection. A world fettered by 3 paths, its destiny hanging in the balance. The eternal land, Amphorius.
I hope I'm not too late, child.
I wasn't expecting it to be you.
Don't you know how many sentry posts the family has built? And how hard it is to get you out of here?
time's up.
What do you mean? What time?
Negotiation, interrogation, or death. The dance is done. Why bother with the compassionate pretense?
Despite your fall from grace,
Do not insult my pride with half-veiled sarcasm.
oh, of course not. I merely came to fulfill your younger sister's wishes.
Robin?
To build a true haven where everyone can attain peace. If I told you there was still a chance to realize this vow. I recognize the gravity of this question. Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds.
I will not accept your charity.
As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day. A word of advice for you before we part ways. A word of life is too short to miss out on golden opportunities.